Episode 49.
Yeah.
HTX laced up, back in the building. Feel
That's
good to be back.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. How
Hi,
you
guys.
doing?
I'm excited.
What's up?
Hi, Philip.
Nah, I'm kind of
Everybody's
lit.
so quiet.
You
You
know
gotta
what?
get used to
Fun.
being back
You
in
know
the
what,
in the
Bob? I'm
light.
glad you said that.
What
You
happened?
back to freaky.
I'm back. No. Hold on.
No, he's not.
Wait a minute.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's
You
not.
can call me the done, man, but don't. the F word we are far removed. But anyway, episode 49, we back. Steph, you been all over the world. It's good to
I've been
see
traveling.
you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I'm
see
here.
you.
I'm back.
We got a very, very special guest with us, but before we get into that, I'm the done. I already said it. Y'all already know
Oh
shit.
my God.
Who are y'all?
Steph here.
Yeah, there you go, Steph.
I'm following up.
Your boy SC, aka Sex with Chocolate, Shoulder Shrugs.
Hey, shoulder shrugs, right?
It's your boy Bentley.
Oh
Big
my
B.
God.
And Bentley just celebrated a birthday.
Yeah.
And I
Happy
always
birthday.
celebrate.
Yes.
Yes.
I always
February
celebrate.
birthday.
Smelling like Don Julio.
Nah. It's how my sister knows.
Reeking out his pores right now.
Shout out to everybody that came and celebrated with me. I appreciate y'all.
For sure,
Celebrated for a week.
Right.
We got a
2 weeks.
The whole month.
That's right.
Forget that.
It kept going.
I peeped on IG. He was celebrating for a minute. Yeah.
Hey, you know.
That's how you're supposed to do it, though.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
for sure.
So that beautiful voice you hear is our special guest. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Come on, beautiful. I'm with that.
Steph, won't you do that?
So, of course, the first episode back, season 2, we had to bring the ladies on first. Mobina, Mobumba.
Bumba.
I always say Mobimba.
It's a play on Mo Bamba,
Okay.
the NBA
yeah,
player.
Yeah.
But it's like, my style's kind of bummy sometimes.
Yeah.
Mo Bamba. That's the differentiation.
Oh, we got bars.
Had to come through with it.
All right there.
That's how it is.
If you don't know her, she's been on social media, just doing like sneaker influencer stuff.
Style.
Played ball.
Style.
Shout out to
Thank
my
you,
ball
Bola.
and basketball players out
Yes.
here.
One time for the Houston Hot Shots.
Thank you. Y'all,
Let's talk
so
about that.
before we both played on the same AAU team,
Okay.
like when we were in junior high?
Man, I was playing in Hot Shots 16U. So in high school.
Yes, gold and black. Shout out to the Hot Shots.
Yeah.
Were y'all good though?
We were in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we were
Okay.
legit.
I
No
believe
lie.
you too, Steph. I believe you hold it down, Steph. Because when you talk that, you talk that. So I got you.
We did what we could.
Steph likes to rub in our face that she was a McDonald's All-American all the time.
But can't give me
I'm
not
gonna-
one McGriddle.
I'll wear my shorts. next time.
Now, when you do that,
Official.
I might not show up. Always
That's a flex right
that
there.
would be a bad flex.
That's a flex right
That wouldn't
there.
even be cool
Look,
for real.
well,
for real.
whenever Travis Scott dropped his McDonald's line, I was like, I can't buy the shorts because I already got my own.
Okay.
Go to
Shout out
South
to
Park
Travis.
and knock on Burger Park though.
Yeah.
Let me get some shorts.
And a sweet tea.
For real. But Mo, we been see you. We been seeing you like swag all over
Thank you.
Yes.
Instagram for a very long time. And
Killing.
And
I
then
appreciate it.
when I seen you at what's the event we went to when you got me full of tequila?
It was
It was the ball, the sneaker
ball.
ball. Tasha's event.
I seen her at the bar. She was killing. You know, I was like, we got.
Thank you, Phil.
Once again.
We gotta
again.
have her.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into it. You ready?
Let's do it.
So going back to growing up and everything, what was your first sneaker? How did you get into sneakers?
So if we go way back, it was very a humble time. Like you would get school shoes,
Facts.
2 for $99, and my sister would get the other pair.
Oh, okay.
Like it was real, and so once I realized I like sneakers, I still didn't have no money to get them. So that was that. When I got to college, linked up with my best friend, huge collector, huge. And I was like, hey, I want to buy some sneakers. Like, take me somewhere to buy some sneakers. So she took me to a Hibbett Sports. We went to college in the smallest town. And I got the LeBron 10 Low Sprite. And I was like, this was the shoes that connected with me at that moment. It wasn't because they was LeBron's. It was because it was they matched my style. They spoke to me no, you could rock these. So those were the first pair that I ever bought with my own money. that my mom didn't, facilitate or whatever. And then, but I remember being a kid and the Bread 11s was the first pair that I was like, what are those? Like, what are they? They were unattainable. I mean, I was a kid. I had to be like 7 or 8, maybe 10. And a lady at praise dance practice at church had these Bread 11s on. And I was like,
Praise God.
Right? They never left my mind. They never left my mind. And so when I decided to start collecting, then I found them. And I was in New York at Flight Club. I learned about resale, and I just fast forward to 2018, something like that. And I saw them, and I didn't care how much they was.
You said, I'm getting them.
I'm getting them. So I did. Yeah. And then I started collecting from there. That was my first pair of Jordans ever.
Really?
2018.
2018.
Yeah. I'm the rookie in here.
You know what? I appreciate the transparency.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I
Because some people come in, man, I've been collecting.
Like, they don't
I was 2 years old.
They don't want to tell that.
Nah.
But I appreciate the transparency to that, though.
And you're killing.
I appreciate it. I always resonate with like the Drake line. It's like feeling young, but they treat me like the OG. Because people will be like, man, sneakers has changed so much, man. You remember back in the day we could do this. You know what I'm talking about? I'll be like, no. Like, no, I don't. No.
So it's always been like this too.
People, I guess, I don't know if they assume or whatever, but it's like, nah, I ain't been collecting that long to be knowing about camping and different things like that. But what I want, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah. And that's what we always talk about when it comes to like when people say they sneakerheads. Like, I don't really care about a sneakerhead because everybody starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
So some people like to shame you into saying, well, you know what? Back in 2003, you went sleep outside and was getting these. No, I wasn't. In 2019, I got on the sneakers app and bought this shoe. That's what I wanted.
That's what it was.
So,
yeah.
So that's good. That's dope. I like to hear that. And not everybody has the same story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As you come into the game a little bit later, 2018, is there anything like you went backwards and went and got?
Yeah, for sure. The Bread 11s that I bought from Flight Club, they were a 2001 release.
Okay, then.
So it came with the silver box. I knew the silver box. My uncles and cousins, my friend India, like they have sneakers. They've had Jordans forever. Yeah. So when he came out with that silver box, I was like, yep, you don't even gotta open it. I want them. They was in like pristine condition.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah. Today they separated a little bit.
Yeah.
But I still wear them. It don't matter to me. I still wear them.
Oh, for sure. So I'm just looking around while y'all was talking, and I see like we have on a lot of black creator stuff. Like I see we have on
for sure.
What's our guy name from her Bison?
Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
I have on sneaker apparel. I see we have on black.
Raleigh and Jesse Queen, tall brand.
And then we have Capriccio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Bentley guy. I don't know what he got on.
I got a cross color tee on though.
Oh, there you go.
cross color.
See,
I got a cross color tee on.
No, it's like cross color.
See?
So I've been watching the campaign that you've been doing for black owned businesses, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
We've been talking about your style and stuff. Like, tell us how you got into that and like what's behind that.
You know what? It was just solely on me. Like, I just keep thinking to myself, being so invested in style and being in style way longer than I was ever invested in collecting, that we have to spend our money with our people. We have to. There are brands out there that have the aesthetic that you're looking for.
Facts.
It might take a little while to find it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Kith. Everybody loves Amélie Dor. Everybody loves these brands that, have such notoriety.
I don't mean to cut you off. Say that one more time because I've never heard nobody pronounce that right.
correctly, right?
Amélie Dor.
I've never heard nobody pronounce that right. But go ahead, Mo.
It's because I'm really into it. So like brands and stuff, like I study a little bit, I take a streetwear course where I'm learning like the origin story of streetwear, how it plays back to the black community. So that inspired me to like start telling people like, you can buy this drip from black owned brands.
Yeah.
That's hard.
So I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. And I hate that it's so cliche that I started in Black History Month, but we going all year with this.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Cause there's brands out there that they got what you're looking for, and it's our people.
What's some of your favorite brands?
Some of my favorite brands, man, black-owned brands, the Fruit Market, they out of Dallas. They tough. That's this t-shirt I got on right now.
Okay.
It's the Fruit Market.
They got a website?
Yes. And they on Instagram, and market is MKT. So
Okay.
whenever you, Herd of Bison,
Facts.
Of course.
Hometown. You know, I really, really like what he's doing. There's a brand out of Atlanta called Tiller. Love them. Tier, New York City. Love them.
Yeah.
Chris Paul being
Man, I mean, it's just fly, and it's the aesthetic that people are looking for and are paying money for, and we could be paying that money back here.
Right.
So Brooklyn Circus too, like people look like the varsity jackets are making a big. They're huge now, you know, and Brooklyn Circus does a varsity jacket too, and it's just as much or maybe even less of what you would pay at AOD. So there's that.
So I was reading your article or your write up in Voyage, and you were talking about like you love like styling and everything, and you want to get into that. Have you been doing more of that right now, or what are you looking to go? Where are you looking to go with that?
So that's the goal. That's the goal. My 9 to 5 got me tied up.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
Right.
My 9 to 5 got me busy, but that's the goal. Like to get into styling fully. Some of the stuff that I've learned to put that into play, some of these black brands that I always talk about, to incorporate that onto like a major stage would be like awesome. If I was the one who would do that, like then I would feel like, yeah. I'm cool.
Some of your favorite stylists out.
June Ambrose, ultimate favorite, style Jay-Z forever.
Yeah.
And then Dex Rob. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Dex Rob. He actually, is he from VA?
Like the DMV area.
I think so, yeah. He styled I don't know if y'all caught the Nike Yard Runners campaign that they did last homecoming season for HBCU. I got asked to be a part of the Yard Runners, which is awesome. And that was really cool. And he styled the main campaign for it.
Okay.
That's
Tyrod Taylor stylist.
Okay, yeah. I know he styled some athletes and stuff like that. And then he just did like a Nike thing too. So those are probably my 2 favorite stylists.
I love Courtney Mays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like she's Chris Paul, right? Either Chris Paul or LeBron, one of them two.
Chris Paul be fly.
I know she's Chris Paul. She's Chris
I was
Paul.
about to say, I think
Courtney
she's
Mays is Chris
amazing.
Paul. Yeah.
What was her name?
Courtney Mays.
I'm gonna have to check her
amazing.
out.
Yeah, his fits are crazy.
No, they really are. And he do the HBCU stuff
Yeah,
too. You know?
all the time incorporating black
just
brands
y'all
and
just
everything.
doing
it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that brother's out the league, I believe. Huh?
Nah, he getting signed today.
Yeah, he going
As soon as they clear waivers.
By who?
Philly lined up. They already said.
Hey, man, good luck to that brother.
He might win a ship over there.
Hey, you want one?
Hey, man, listen, I don't
After
know.
that last
Oh,
pass.
my God.
Since we still talking about styling, right?
Mhm.
We always had this question, you know, but before I leave, and I know we about to shoot laced up, I don't think about nothing, but I wonder what Steph gonna have on.
Okay.
She's fly. And I think about
Steph be
Bentley.
fly.
I think
I try.
about Bentley and Bowler because they have unlimited range.
Yeah.
You know, up here on this set, I'm the poor person.
Oh my God.
My God.
The
Keep it
stuff that I
coming.
It's a
have
lot.
in my closet is shameful compared to these people right here.
I have watched a lot of episodes of this podcast.
you.
I don't believe that.
Thank you, Mo.
I don't believe that.
You know,
She
I was just
actually
riding with
watches
it
our
for a little
show.
Yeah, I
bit.
do.
You know what I'm saying?
She
I'm just ride
knows.
with it. But what do you go with first? Shoes or the fit?
Sometimes both. Sometimes that's kind of a hard question because if I just got a fresh pair and I'm like itching to put them on, I'm going with that. But I would say majority of the time I think about the fit first because I'm from a style background.
Yeah.
I'm more influenced by style. And I like to call myself a sneaker enthusiast. Like that came secondary
Right.
to the styling part.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go with fit first for sure.
So I'm gonna rewind, right?
Mhm.
Because I noticed when you was telling the story about the shoes, you skipped from 7 to college, right?
Yeah.
So where did the style come from? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
where did you hit that? You know.
I have style stories of when I was a kid too, but like I keep saying, like I ain't have no money like to do my own thing. But when I was in college, I learned how to thrift.
Okay.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have no money. I mean, we had I was on a basketball scholarship. Like my parents would send me money to survive, eat, put gas in the whip. That was it. So I linked up with a friend of mine, Brittany Marita. She's from Austin, and she taught me how to thrift. And that's when it was like, oh, we about to get it cracking.
Yeah.
And so it was thrift store shawty for a minute. Even once I graduated and got a job and stuff, I was still thrifting a lot. I don't do it as much anymore. Online shopping is kind of taking over everything.
That take a skill though to thrift.
Oh, yeah.
It takes time.
But there's some good
Patience.
stuff. Once you like really start getting into it, you can find some really good stuff.
Absolutely.
I still hit it like once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still hit it like once a month.
Find some good vibes.
I'll come up on me 2-3 T's on a little skip spree. But thrifting kind of expensive now. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I
like
get
dope,
Walmart,
like
I'm
dope
good.
shit.
Walmart.
Like,
Give me Walmart. Give me a couple Walmart tees and I get it cracking.
I remember
Oh
John
my
said he got his boots from the thrift store. No? Show him the boots, John.
Nah. Them boots too expensive.
Nah, I'm
Shout out to
not.
Rodeo.
Them boots too
Going to the
expensive.
rodeo.
That boots probably like $400. Yeah,
Flex.
I don't even have a pair of boots, and I'm from Houston.
Flex.
What?
I don't have a pair of boots.
Steph, you gotta get a
Anybody
pair of
would
boots.
like to buy me a pair of boots?
My
I'll
boo
take
from
them.
Dallas, I got her a pair of boots like the first year she moved here. You gotta have one pair of
You
boots.
have to.
I
don't have
boots.
any.
I got some Timbs.
The crazy
That
thing is,
counts?
the crazy thing is, I just said, because it was like Western Day the other day or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I just said, like, my daughter is always going to have a pair of cowboy boots, always.
Got to.
Yeah. It's
That's
fun
a-
for the kids.
Oh,
yeah.
You go in that store and it's like we'll spend anything on sneakers, right? We go in the boot store with the hats and stuff. We'll be like, "This is ridiculous."
What do you mean? And there's so many different like ways.
You
to
want
wear
what for this hat? The hat's
There's
like
so many
$500.
different types.
Like what?
Yeah.
But that's crazy. That's crazy.
Western wear be high. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Gosh,
Yeah.
that place was crazy. So, platform ones, Jordan ones, just dropped maybe a week ago, maybe 2 weeks. Platform. What was it, 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago.
Something
right?
like that.
What's your take on those? Oh, that's a different look.
Here's what I think about that. I think if you appreciate like the creeper sole on other shoes and you like sneakers too, then you could be into it. I appreciate it because it's different. I appreciate it because I see Jordan is trying to do a couple of different things and maybe appeal to a different audience and different things like that. Would I wear them? Probably the bread ones.
Yeah. They're
I would-
sick. They're
Yeah, I
sick.
would wear the bread ones.
I like the white and grays too.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
those
the
too.
white and grays look good too.
What you think about them, Billy? You check them out?
The bread joints is cool.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
That's cool. I mean, I think with the right fit, you know what I mean?
Sure.
I just don't feel like you can be any hoop blow Joe, just jump out and be
Right,
fresh.
right,
and
right,
fresh.
right.
Like, you gotta
Sure.
like, you gotta have the whole package
Yeah.
for it to make it flow right.
I
But
think they
it'll
were
work.
targeting the Instagram influencer crowd with
work.
those, like the women for in most part. Like, I like them. I mean, everybody's adding on the little extra for the women's sneaker. I'm not opposed to it. I'd wear them for sure. I mean, I love them. I like all the colors. I just didn't want to pay $140 for them.
Oh, really?
Okay.
That price
Yeah,
is
they're
too much.
Wait, that price is high for
I mean,
a women's shoe?
I didn't want to pay that much for them.
This the same person that went up to buy the was it them 14s and almost turned around. So remember who we talking about right now?
Yeah, that's true. Steph usually.
Steph not hey.
Wow.
She's a McDonald's All-American. Remember, she ain't paid for nothing her whole life.
She been
I
spoiled.
don't like resale. I
You know
don't
what?
do none of that.
I just came up with
It's
an
just a
idea,
lie.
y'all. When the show comes out, we should just put Steph McDonald's on there.
That's our title.
Just leave it on there the whole time. But what you were saying, like the ladies were talking about the platform one so much. Like, what was that discussion about, Steph?
Yeah, because everybody wanted to know. Obviously, like there were a group of men that were just like, "What is this? This is trash. Like, why would you? You know? Yeah, because I feel like Jordan is really targeting women.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
And a lot of the men in the sneaker community aren't for that. You know what I mean? Because that's not a sneaker that a man would wear.
Right.
It doesn't go both ways. It's strictly for women. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of guys were really upset, and it's like, okay, y'all are dropping all these women's Jordans and changing everything up, but people don't want change. They want the same. They want the same Jordan one with different colors.
Were y'all offended by that?
No, I just thought it was
I thought it was
woman's
cool.
shoe.
I'm not offended by it, but I mean, I'm sure that some people don't like the way that it's just going completely over there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we're getting away from. I think the initial conversation was like being inclusive.
Right.
Like now we're not being inclusive again. Like now we're going completely one way when like we got to find like a happy medium. Cause I mean like there's been some releases that we can't even mess with. Like, cause I mean it's in y'all size range and then it's like, damn, like we out for this shit now. So,
but the ladies been treated like that for a long time too, where they couldn't get that.
No, but every shoe came lady size.
But see, the thing is, we weren't asking for strictly women's sneakers.
Right.
We wanted inclusive sizing.
Right.
That was the big conversation.
My question was, weren't the sizes always inclusive if you could buy a kid size?
Well, there's like a portion that isn't included though.
Okay.
So like, I mean, the women's sizes wasn't as wide as what it is right now. And it's still not even that big.
That's a bunch of bullshit.
I don't want to misspeak, but I'm not sure if everything drops in grade school too.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. Right.
Like some only drop in like men's sizes, so they'll start at an 8 men's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the small foot sisters, which I don't fit into that category,
Right.
I pretty much got access. I mean, I'm gonna get my L's. Let's not get that twisted. But like the smaller foot women in the community, they're not getting access to everything, which is something I just learned too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you talk about not taking L's, and I see you have a nice collection, you have some exclusive stuff. Are you getting retail, or do you have a resale value where you're cutting it off at?
I cut it off.
What's your cutoff?
Man, I'm gonna say at this point in life, 400.
Ooh.
It's too much. At that point, it's too much.
I ain't gonna have nothing.
What's your cutoff?
Not resale.
Not resale.
Oh hell!
What's your cutoff?
Man, I ain't gonna talk about that.
We need to hear this. What is your
No, stop. I ain't paying over a rack. I ain't going that far. I ain't going over a rack. I ain't going over a rack.
Wait, KC, you just started buying resale. What's your limit?
350. That ain't bad. What about you, Bo?
It just depends if I want it. I'm not.
Are
Going,
y'all saying? Hold on. Is your number 350 over, or is it like
She
4? No, you said 400.
She
Is it like 400 for the shoe, or you saying 400 over retail?
No. I'm saying 400 for the shoe.
Now,
every once in a while, I'm not gonna lie. Like I have a few pairs that I have probably got to your limit.
Okay.
Just a few.
I ain't going over that.
I have to really want that sneaker.
Really want it. Yeah.
What's yours, Bo?
now, this point in my life, I'm probably 350.
Remember, he just had a third child.
Right, I was about to say.
So let's correct. Let's get all this together.
Reel back in, guys.
Yes, so let's.
It's important.
Yeah.
But I want to rewind back to say about last year around I'm gonna say around September. Travis Scott was dropping some what was those? I think the Air Max.
The Air Max.
About the Air Max or whatever.
Yeah.
This brother Bentley said he don't give a damn
What they call?
Don't get it.
as long as the check is backwards.
And y'all asked me if I have a pair.
Nah, that's true. But
And when I seen the price tag, believe me, I said, I'm good on that. It was over my mark.
Right.
Yeah.
Over my mark.
So a rack is your mark over retail, or
No, $1,000 for a shoe. I'm not paying $1,000 for a shoe. Not doing it.
okay.
so
Designer,
998.
Nike, anything. I don't care.
So 998.
Not doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
The most I've ever paid is $850
Okay.
ever.
I'm in a point in my life where mine's is like I'm gonna say probably like 500. I'm gonna say like 500. Like
feel
but I have to really want that.
You
know
do.
what I mean, Mo, I gotta really want that.
You gotta have been thinking about it for a while.
Mm-hmm. Now for sure. And it's like if I see it, I'm gonna be like, okay, if I don't get this for retail, which we should all get. So let me tell y'all a little story real quick. I don't mean to go off.
Go ahead.
We're gonna get
Go
back
ahead.
into this. I went in the Foot Locker in the Galleria. The dudes on the House of Hoop sides flipped out. I know Bentley and Steph and Bowley. I watch y'all show. Like for real, I appreciate it. He's like, nah, man, y'all doing great things. And then the other guy came over and he was like, nah, I watch Laced Up too. So I'm sitting there talking to them. I'm like, well, they watch Laced Up. They need to show a player some love. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, when we come in here, man, show us some love. Let us know when the drops come. So if y'all watching Playboy, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all look out for us. But let's dive back in the mode up. So, John Geiger. I'm gonna let Bentley tap into this. This is our stock market guy. Type of shit, man.
Coming live.
This brother knows it all.
News with Mr. Bentley.
Listen, I am all for, I feel like Nike is trying to bully my man. Like, there's enough consumer money for us to go around for that Air Force One to be okay. It's fine. Like, let the man sell the shoe. Like, Bait been rocking, doing the same thing for how long? And like, y'all ain't came at them with this energy. So now all of a sudden, we got this.
Any connection with Nike and Bait to where they won't mess with them because it's a friendly?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it does it have something to do with their Japanese brand or not U.S. market. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Okay,
and they can't. Yeah, they can't touch that.
Possibly.
Let me get on the other side. Has Geiger always been forthcoming to Nike?
That was my question.
What do you mean?
When you say forthcoming,
Has he always
down,
been nice to Nike? Play nice?
Do they have beef?
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's some backstory. I mean, because the misplaced checks. I mean, he had to order them from them, and I remember way back when.
So that was his idea.
That was his idea.
Oh, wow.
So I remember way back, even then, they cut him off from ordering those shoes. So I'm sure there's some bad blood that's been going on for some years.
Dang,
So now they're just like, nah.
So now they're to the point they fed up with it or something.
Dang.
I mean, a $5 million lawsuit. That's
What do you
That's
think?
big.
Yeah, with countersuit. But what do you think about his comments today
What did he
about
say?
ASAP?
I mean, I think a little of it is like kind of way far left.
Yeah, he
a
was.
little bit as far,
What did he say?
a little bit as far left.
What was he saying?
So
though?
basically, he basically said that ASAP was the reason Nike,
Rocky or the mob?
the whole mob, because you know V-Lone did the drop in like 2016. So he was trying to say that ASAP was one of the reasons why the Air Force One didn't die. I get where he was going with it, but there's something you can't say because it
Sparks up a lot.
I feel like the Air Force One never died. Will never die.
I don't know.
I feel like it dimmed down a lot.
I think before those misplaced checks, no one was rocking Air Force
Do you
Ones.
think, or was it Nike suppressing the Air Force One?
I believe that. I believe it was Nike suppressing the Air Force One.
Whatever they want to do.
It wasn't what they wanted to push at the time.
They
But
was
So
focused
let's
on
go
other
to the
things.
stylist. Mo, what do you think? Did the Air Force One ever go anywhere? Do you feel like it's back even more so now?
I think now because people are customizing Air Force One so much. I was like, not too long ago, I was made aware that it was hard to get a pair of all white Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm not really an Air Force One type of girl, so I don't really
Same.
know.
Gotcha.
Same.
So like in high school, I would get an all white pair. But I mean, I can count on one hand how many pairs of Air Force Ones I've had.
I know I did that poll. I seen you said no.
Not
I
really.
buy
I
them
mean,
things by the twos and threes at one point.
Like
Yeah,
I
I
said,
wasn't.
it was hard for me to get a pair of Air Force Ones. I had to go to Shoes Houston. Like I had to buy them
Wow.
resale, but luckily he looked out. You know what I mean? They're not in the store.
no.
I just think like it may have died down in like the exclusive like sneaker community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what you would see all the time on social. When I was overseas, there was nothing but white Air Force Air
Really?
Force Ones. Yeah, dirty, but
Right.
they were out
So
there.
now
Everybody was
now
wearing
the
them.
demographic that are wearing Air Force Ones is totally different.
Yeah.
You go on TikTok,
Exactly.
look who's wearing the Air Force Ones. It's not Jeezy in them anymore.
Exactly. It
It's
just it changed.
it changed. It's
Flip
a-
Damn, that
flopping.
song was hard.
in
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
The Generation Z, they all over the
Yeah.
dirty white.
Yeah.
Air Force
That's the
Ones.
thing.
That's the
You couldn't
thing.
catch me dead in a
With
pair
the
of
wide
dirty
leg
whites.
pair of jeans.
Mine got
Oh,
dirty.
yeah.
I'm keeping them where they
That's
at.
it.
I don't care.
This last thing here, we got Nike killing brick and mortar stores. How do y'all feel about that? You know, like I was talking about Foot Locker just now. You know,
They did,
yeah, it's sad.
Crazy.
It's sad in those stores. I'm not gonna lie to you.
but
I think-
they are dead.
Nike, I feel like, is really trying to let people know, like, we really run this.
Oh,
like,
for
we
sure.
really do this.
Yeah.
Well, look
Because
for that-
it
ain't for
seems
that
like
shit.
they're taking everybody out. And if you have something to say about it, they're going to make sure they take you out. Like we
Wow.
were just talking about John Geiger. Yeah. Now that you're saying all this stuff, you know, if you're a brand and if you feel that way, that's fine. Like
Yeah.
at least just go about it, go to court, whatever. But now if you're saying something about Nike or against Nike, they're taking you out. And there's a lot going on in the sneaker community right now. So I feel like Nike is just like, we're about to like shut down everything. And it's all coming to us.
They ended Foot Action. Foot Action is dead.
Yeah, I seen they close that down.
Yeah, Foot Action is dead. They're going to end Foot Locker because Foot Locker has the StockX deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Nike just sued StockX.
Yep.
So they're trying
NFTs.
to kill. Man, it's a monopoly, guys. Like Nike knows exactly what they're doing.
They want full control.
Oh, they cornering the market.
Yeah.
Avon Barksdale.
And I'm waiting to see what they do with the NFTs and like the metaverse and all of that stuff. Like I already know they're building out a whole
right.
platform.
That's why they went at StockX, because StockX was using actual Nike products and NFT in them. So Nike said, no, these are Nike shoes. When we start our whole metaverse, we want to sell these shoes to these people. So
this is incredible, man. I mean, it's like as the world turns.
It's serious.
I think the domino piece in
here.
there that like we don't never really notice is like people like James. Like they're in bed with Nike or even sneaker politics. Like
when you say James who?
Whitner.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So Nike tells him, you go to that city, open up a store. That also drives people from that Foot Locker, and now they're still opening up doors, you know what I mean, in other places, giving us outlets. So, I mean, that's another piece of the puzzle that we don't really think about because we think about them as their own entity of who they are.
Right, you're right. Shout out Mr. Whitner, man. You killing it.
No,
y'all
that's facts.
I mean, how many stores does he have? I mean,
1,000.
Right.
Seem like it.
Everywhere.
It's popping.
Like it.
As a person who started collecting, I would say more recently, like I never stood in line like the brick and mortar store situation is like, but I remember going there for school shoes. I remember going there for a pair of hooping shoes.
Right.
I remember, so like to not have that accessibility, all I'm saying is if that's happening, if that's really Nike's agenda, I got to get more W's on sneakers.
Oh, facts.
Right. I got to get more W's on Nike.com if that's the goal, you know what I'm saying, to create that low key monopoly.
For sure.
When was the last time you guys stood in line for a sneaker?
Oh, I ain't doing that. But
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I got to be playoff 12s. I think that's the last time I ever at the Galleria playoff 12s. I remember that line
we
was
having such a good time up here with Mo, man. We forgot to say, Mo, let's see what you brought for us. You know what I mean?
We do have to do that.
We deep into this shit. Hey, Mo, you too dope, man. We done got it heavy into the conversation, but Mo brought some kicks, and we definitely want to drop Bentley down that list. I don't know if Bentley's even on the damn list. No,
Bentley been dropped.
I don't think so.
Let's see what she got. Let's get into it. What you brought, Mo?
I brought all collabs.
Okay.
The reason why is because of the style thing. Very much so appreciate designers and what they do with these collabs. So we can start off with the hometown hero.
Yes.
Always.
Exactly.
I met Kaminsky one time. And we had I felt like what was an impactful conversation. So these drive, I didn't get the Never Fold. I didn't get those.
Yeah.
I really wish that I did. But when these dropped in the quarantine, I was like, I gotta have them. And then I watched her episode of this podcast too.
Yeah.
She kind of broke it down on what it really meant. So
that was deep. Remember that?
Yeah.
that was kind of.
I went and bought my wife a pair the next day.
Yeah. I mean, the primary colors and then the green being the second. I mean, I just thought that was really dope.
Yeah.
So that makes you appreciate designers even more, and it makes me appreciate sneakers even more. So these are my only pair of Air Max ones that I own.
Wow.
So you got the right
That's big.
ones. Shout out Kim.
Yeah.
Shout out Kim.
Hope she doing all right in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, they living it up out there.
I've been watching her stories.
Yeah, for sure. And then this was close to Bentley.
Them joints is
These was close to Bentley
fire.
limit right here. I got these, but I got them close enough to when they dropped that it wasn't what they are now.
Yeah.
They're insane, right?
they
I mean,
ridiculous.
What are they right now?
1850, 1900.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a size 9, pretty close to that. Yeah. So I got it for a fraction of that, which was good. But these I really like these, and I did these on my What You Got for Sneakers because of all the different design elements that I appreciate. I appreciate materials. I appreciate textures. And they always are like, these get better when you wear them more. But I'm not skating in my
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And what's the name of those again?
these are Sean Witherspoon Air Max 97 with
Jason.
the one. So
Shout out to our friend
PJ.
PJ. He got the John Witherspoons, I believe.
Oh, no.
But that's another story for
Y'all
man
gonna play
ran-
PJ
My
like
man
that?
ran running
Man,
Canyon in his.
listen, man.
Oh, my
I'm about to get off of here.
We took a look at his shoes. Mo,
Hey, he got his dollars worth though.
He did.
I
He
told him I
did.
commend him for wearing his sneakers. He wears his sneakers.
yeah, a lot of people not like skaters and stuff.
Oh no, you got me messed up.
Yeah, no.
They tore up.
Yeah,
But
So that's what PJ did. I
He
think.
wanted you. I mean, that was his vision and his goal
Yeah.
was to get you to tear him up and see how good that they would look.
Oh no.
I feel like
Not like this brother. This
They was
brother
done?
on another level.
we need a photo.
Yeah. Oh, we got one.
I want to see that.
It might be the headline of this episode. Hey, this is crazy.
But yeah, I think these came out on Air Max Day. I want to say 2018. Something like that.
I don't know what year it was, but it was Air Max Day though. That was
It
a
was.
great.
It was.
That was
Yeah.
a great.
That
Air
was
Max.
probably the best Air Max day.
I think so.
Low key.
And he dropped them 2 days in a row, right? They came out like Air Max Day, and then he dropped them out the 27th. The very next day, did another drop
It
of
was
them.
something like that.
I
And
think by
missed
April,
both.
I was like, I'll take them. I'll go ahead and do it. That was my first StockX purchase ever. So
Well worth it.
yeah,
Probably my favorite, one of my favorite shoes.
yeah.
That's a dope shoe.
They comfortable as hell. You got like this little velvet on the inside, like make you feel luxurious.
Yeah.
I like the different
Corduroy.
materials. The corduroy is crazy. And then the tabs that they put, like you can change them out. So I like the waves though, because these are pretty wavy.
Yeah.
So I really like what Sean Witherspoon did on these. And then these were a gift, which
A gift from God.
a gift from some very special people. Shout out to Jordan Brand. Shout out to Jumpman 23. These were a gift.
Jesus.
Hold on.
She really just dropped some.
Big flex.
I wish.
Hold on, Mo.
Yeah, we
We'll
need
go over
a
time for
whole
this shit.
backstory.
You just gonna shout out Jordan Brand like that? What's going on?
I have a really good friend. He's part of and started the Nike Yard Runners. Found me on Instagram randomly. Was like, "Can we use this picture for sneakers for homecoming?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, this was 2020. At that time, I didn't even consider like, am I an influencer? I don't really know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like
you
posting my
influence the
fits.
masses.
Yeah.
And so he hit me and was like, can we use this for sneakers? We're doing a Yard Runners homecoming where we do HBCU alumni. We're going to feature it on sneakers, like the kick check.
Yeah.
And I wore the Sean Witherspoons actually in that picture. That picture was, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So we kind of kept in touch on Instagram. Just randomly, he would hit me sometimes, or like I would watch his story and be like, oh, that's funny or whatever. Never thought nothing else would come of it. And one day a pair of Union 4s hit my doorstep and I was like,
Just hit the doorstep.
Let me see that.
Right?
I only get
hit the doorstep.
my doorstep be full of solicitors, with Chinese food.
And I was like, can I
got
call
the-
you?
Yeah. For sure,
Right.
yeah.
Like straight up fangirl moment. Like, this is happening right now? I'm like, can I call you on the phone? He like, yeah. Gave me the number. I called him. I was like, yo, you wildin'. This is insane.
Yeah.
Like, so, and I know y'all had a discussion one time on, do you pop the top on the, I can't do it on those. I got the topaz ones. The black and red on the tongue, I feel like it would throw my whole shoe off. So I did not
On the
take
force, yeah.
on those fours, yeah.
Back to these though.
Back to
right
those.
here. Yeah. These are the ones I'm talking about right here.
So then time goes on. And then last year, 2021, they did the Yard Runners again. Well, now they got Nike more involved to where it was like, okay, we're not just featuring people on sneakers. We want to send sneakers to these HBCU alumni who have style, who love sneakers, all of these things. So they sent me a pair of Blazers. And I was like, okay, cool. What can I do with these Blazers? They was a really weird color, but I managed to put a fit together, posted it, and then it was like, okay, cool. Got featured on a couple of pages on Instagram. Page started going up. And I'm telling y'all, he is just a really, really cool guy, down to earth.
And what's this brother's name again?
I can't be giving up the plug, dude.
He's been dropping a lot of stuff.
You say,
Yeah.
Mind You shoe is on Sneakers app.
If you rewind, I
I've
heard you
seen
say
that.
you just went and laughed at a couple of his jokes. So when we cut the camera,
you a wild boy.
anything bro post, I'm going crazy. What you say,
Run that back.
Oh my God, you should post that again, man.
I think as Jordan is like expanding into different cities, like Houston is one of those cities that's like, we here, you know, the
Sure,
people are
sure.
here,
Sure.
men, women, whatever,
Yeah.
we here. And so he hit me one time, was like, we trying to expand in Houston, like as far as social media goes and influencing goes, like we love your style, like all these things. And I'm like, okay, bet. And then time goes on. I can't even remember when these dropped, but it was in December. He hit me and was like, you got them Off-White 2s? And I was like, what? No, I don't. Are you kidding?
your heart
No, I
beating
don't.
fast? I'm-
What? It's beating fast right now. Telling y'all the story. I'm like, low-key out of breath. Am I breathing hard on this mic? Probably. But like to know like that has been a real, and the whole time my energy is just like grateful, like thank you. Like I don't expect nothing from
Nah,
you.
for sure.
I'm just like, dang, I was posting pictures on Instagram and fits. And then I found a community of people who have sneakers. A lot of people on Instagram taught me about sneakers. And then now it's like things are happening. And it's like, you don't just get
Nah.
Yeah.
Off-White too.
Not like that.
You know?
Yeah.
Nah, you don't.
So
Wow, that's incredible.
when Virgil passed away and I had these, that made that more,
Yeah.
even more special, you know. So shout out to Virgil and everything he did with the design on those too.
Crazy.
The signature, the crumble, like 3D printed crumble on the sole.
The whole shoe is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The whole shoe is
Ridiculous.
crazy.
I know a lot of people didn't like the black pair.
I didn't.
I'm not a fan of the.
I wasn't a fan of the black pair either. So whenever he was like, you got them Off-White 2s, I was in my mind like, please be.
Yeah.
But if he would have sent them, I'ma style them.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for
that's
that.
dope, man.
So yeah.
What's the last pair you got for?
Last pair I got is a sneaker of the year of 2021.
Yes.
Debate your mama. Our mama year 3s. I like these because everybody has a different way of making these special personally to them.
Yes.
That's the one thing I like about it. Like when I got these, I got them on whenever our mama year did it exclusively for women. I got it on that. And I doubled back and did 2 entries on it on 2 different emails with 2 different cards. It's like one of these gonna have to stick.
Yeah.
So when I got that email, it was like, you got the 3s. I was like at work, like tripped out. Like I gotta go. I can't stay here for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go home. There is nothing y'all can do to make me stay. So those are really special. And then the first time I ever wore them and styled them, my mom was there. Like it was just like a really heartfelt thing. But Bentley, I remember you said something like when you said they're meant to look worn. They're meant to look distressed a little bit. Like on that episode when y'all was talking about it, I was like, I didn't even think about that. Then to tie it back to like my mama was probably wore out raising my ass. Like, dang, that adds another element to it.
Yeah.
So everything is just materials and layers and stories and how you grew up. And this shoe is just a full representation of that. The materials on this are insane. The leather, like the aging on the sole.
Everything.
Everything about that shoe.
Everything.
That
Because
came out
on the
real-
like I look at it like,
The inside is crazy.
and it's comfortable too.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's super comfortable.
It's comfortable. It
all
ain't
day.
pinching on my
Well, Mo,
pinky toe.
these are fantastic shoes.
Thank you.
Bye bye Bentley again.
Yeah, bye Bentley.
No, stop.
Down the
we like
run.
to mess with Ben. Ben got the fire though. But Mo, we had a fantastic time with you.
I
appreciate
we
y'all
went
having
over our
me.
time, but we don't mind.
That's
do we?
perfect. I don't mind
We
at all.
mind. This was a great
I'm here for it.
conversation.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here though, what you wear today? What's on your feet?
I got the Off-White 5s on and sell. It's so crazy because we was again back to the limit. I bought the Off-White 5s muslin today. In honor of my brother-in-law. He passed away not too long ago. He was really, really big in sneakers. Like he loved them so much. And he was one of them dudes that was just like, he lived every single day, like lived in the moment. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy these shoes because I've been looking at them for so long.
Yeah.
And I bought them today. And I have been talking about those as a grill Probably since they came out. I mean, who got those? Like, for
Well, Bentley got like 3
retail?
pair of them, don't you, Ben?
Anyways.
Did you get a dub on those?
Nah, 5's my favorite shoe. So
Gotcha.
that was just a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to get those today
Oh, well,
in honor of my boy Jeffy. So that,
What you got on, Steph?
Just the University Blues.
University.
I love
Yeah.
those.
I love those.
Comfy.
I love those more than I like the other blues that came out with the silver.
Yeah.
The
I mean, that's a
Hyper
beautiful shoe,
Yeah.
that blue and silver one, but I like those.
I
more.
really wish they would have sent some white laces.
White
I
lace,
gotta
yeah.
I gotta put some white laces in here. Every time I wear them, I tell myself you need to put white laces in there.
feel that.
Gotcha. I got on the bread patent leather joints.
I love them.
Just wanted to
Fire.
grab them. I wore them to my my good friend, my brother Casey's wedding, and I wasn't gonna wear them again, but at the same time, I was like, keep the party going.
Okay, see, congrats on the wedding.
I'm gonna let Casey. What I got on my feet? Because he gonna change the name. What? Casey gonna tour yellow 4s from Jordan, but they're the lightning 4s. Casey gonna correct them every time he see them.
I got Nigel ones on, but I did a nice little lace swap. So, you know what I mean? Just to add a
Those are
little
fire.
layer to them. You know what I
I
mean?
like that.
That the Nigel leather on them.
Oh, no, this is an amazing shoe. I put this up there like with like off-white ones, Union ones. Like this is right underneath that tier.
That,
for me.
that shoe was fantastic, bro. No lie.
Yeah, they look good.
Mo,
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you for coming on, blessing us with your style, your presence, your grace.
Let everybody know your IG.
Yeah.
Oh, you can follow me at Mobumba, MOBUMBBBAAA.
Crazy fits.
Thank you. I love Instagram. Instagram is fun. People be stressed out. Sometimes I do too. But
Let me before we go. Let me tell you my favorite fit. The fit was the orange with the basketball purse.
okay.
That was. I was like, man,
I
okay.
have one. There's
I might
so
need
many to choose
I need to
from.
cop that fit.
Even the purse.
Even the purse.
You might
I got
have to go
do
with
it.
the bag. All right.
Throw it on
You
my
can pull
shoulder.
off the bag.
Throw it
look.
over my shoulder.
I think you and Ben can pull off the bag.
Oh,
Look.
damn.
My bad.
Ben always got
My bad, man.
We good.
So one more time, what's that Instagram, Mo?
It's Mobumba, MOBUMBBBAAA. Y'all can hit me on there.
Man, y'all go follow Mo
Perfect.
for all the style and everything, man.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah.
This has been episode
Thanks for
49, the extended version.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Out, baby.
Peace.